side. That does not bode well for the HellRaisers, but they've been very good at pistols so far. We'll see if they can pick this one up. They've got HE, suggest they'll be rushing towards B at the very start and nading at the top. We'll see if that happens. There they are. And then presumably finishing up towards B. But the fact they've got no activity there whatsoever, they don't have to commit to this. They can get the B control and fall back. There's Rush. Give us a wave, Rush, please. There we go. Thank you so much. You're gorgeous. Anyway, we're stopping the round anyway. So all that build-up.
Well, let's bring Rush back up there.
Yeah, just keep him up.
Let's get him up there. I'm enjoying it. I think his beard looks divine on camera.
That's probably, he's born for the camera.
He's got a haircut, I noticed, to this event. He normally doesn't. Maybe it's he was like, all right, if I'm on camera,
I think that's exactly it.
Mom's going to see me. I need to get my first haircut in about 6 months.
Yeah.
Rush, can you give us a thumbs up if that's true?
Well, he's not
on camera. It doesn't matter. I was hoping he'd bring it back up just for that.
That's a good call. That's probably some of the best analysis we've had all day. Yeah. There it is.
Yeah.
Was it true? It was true. There it is. He knew.
I'm on camera. I've got to clean myself up. All right, I like it. I admire it.
Perfect. Well, it was just a small issue. We only had a TeamSpeak that was unmuted, apparently, or muted, whichever way you look at that. And we will be right underway. Are we going to... Hold on a second. Are we changing the bio, HellRaisers? Let's have a look. I want to see those two HEs again.
I don't think that there's nothing in the rules against that, just to make note.
No, of course not, but it's like a little bit sneaky. Like, well, we tried that, didn't do any damage, we won't do that again.
We weren't really, yeah, they weren't that far into it, but you're right. It is a little, you could say a little, maybe rude. I wouldn't even say it's unsportsmanlike. Like, you can just make a decision based, because you could say as well, like, oh, we might have had something revealed, like, let's change the strategy, right? So fair is fair.
Yeah, no,
there's anything.
It's just just noticed it.
Sure. Glaive tagged. 9 HP only for him to work with at this point. And he will be inside of the B site. HE goes deep. We've got different numbers throughout this this time. Glaive has been 0 for most of it. Don't be misled for anyone looking at the minimap. He's now number 5. So they've swapped them over, essentially. I wish there was a way in the series to keep it dead consistent the whole time. Rotation back around from Dupree. Hobbit's going to work out from the apartment position. Magisk is already as well a castle, as Chad calls it. No wait to swing. He's already lost his teammate. Nade behind him. He doesn't move, which means they may start to consider him not being there, but they do check it either way. He gets only 1 kill. Hobbit with the return. And Dead Fox with the bomb will plant that open for pit, but safely inside of the site as well. So no one can from quad could sneak out on them, but no one will as we see it. Astralis is going to save extremely early. It is the new money system, though, right? Yep. Why give it up when if you're going to force buy in the next? You can't. You have to sit all the way till the third now.
They've made a very wise and calculated decision that they're not going to win this round. They've got a defuse kit, flashbangs, 2 sets of armor. They are going to buy up next round with that in mind. They'll be able to get maybe a FAMAS to go with it, something like that. You know, we'll see what they have in store for us. I'd suggest it's probably going to be UMPs, the armor. See what they can do. Have a bit of extra utility as a look front of a frag kit device with the range advantage here. Any kills will come through. He actually is desperate to survive at this point. The thing is, if he doesn't die or take any damage, he can get head armor for 350, right? So he didn't want to take any damage there at all. So he gets CZ armor. He still has 1,200 in the bag, so he can get some grenades off that. And that was actually a very intricate detail there. He didn't want to take any damage towards the end, just so he could get that helmet. So here we go then. UMP, 4 CZs. They've got a bunch of utility. It's actually quite a scary round, all things considered. Astralis with CZs and utility on a map like Inferno. HellRaisers have looked weak against the pistols as well. They seem to be going too fast and getting too carried away with their momentum and not really working the way they should do against pistols. But we'll see what happens here. Round 2. Big one for HellRaisers.
Dead Fox holding out in the corner, smoke down in front of him. Watch for Angel. He'll redeploy a Molotov deeper, force the CTs back further inside of the site. So SMGs will take the approach. Glaive behind the bags. CZ snuck out after the utility, so this could catch them off. Potential for it. I think Angel's going to check that. He'll know the timings. He's already checked the half wall, so that suggests to me he will look this direction and does. Dinked up, but that's fine. He's got the 1 kill on the UMP.
And that's what they needed there. Trade potential there. They're going slowly, making sure they check each corner and taking their time, more importantly, instead of rushing into a disadvantage. Well, less than a minute remaining. And yes, Angel's been tagged up, so is Dead Fox, but still looking good here. Dupree, though, he's going to be the danger man here. If he can find multiple kills of this CZ, which is definitely possible, it still could fall apart.
Crossfire potential certainly there. Waiting for smokes and flashes. Majestic stares at the wall. He's got both Dupree and Device in the sights. Good find, Angel. That takes out Zippix. That means the two in the site now have to consider the wrap as well. Oh my, it's worked out. Saving in the last round pays off. Look at Device. If it just go, Dupree gets the last kill, but 2 for the others, and it's 1-1. With the loss of Arch, I didn't think that was going to happen.
Well, there you go. Never doubt Astralis in the CZ's map. They seem to deliver every single time on Inferno. As they lost the first pick as well, it all goes horribly wrong. I guess sometimes that's just the reputation they've got, these weapons, causes teams to be a little bit more tentative than usual, and you can see them not really getting the communications off that. They probably did, to be fair. It's just a very good setup from Astralis. They couldn't really account for absolutely everything. They go in one by one towards the end, and it all falls apart. They will be force buying in response, but Voxic down to 14 HP. The follow-up nade could find him. Oh, but it's going to do a lot of damage to Issa and Dead Fox regardless. So that's Zipex. He might not be aware of how much damage he's done, but there's an absolute ton of it. As we'll still have a 5-on-5 that is hovering around the underpass area now, changing the weapons up. Whoever's got low HP will be throwing their weapons over and giving the weapon to Hobbit, who still has 100. One of the few remaining.
Incendiary ready to go down. Just tries to back away and cover off the arch. Now swings out. Shot in from Hobbit. He'll take out Device. Re-peeking it, but look at the HP. The battle is taking them everything. The life's been sucked from them. There's no armor for Angel, so they'll leave Hobbit on the AK. Only kill goes their way, but you might as well call it favor for Astralis for a number of reasons. One being weapons, one being time, another also being the fact that they are incredibly weak. Wouldn't take much. Good placed nade would take out 4 of them at this point.
Yep.
A well-placed nade, I should say. Right good English. Zipex finds one already. That's the high HP player. So get ready for a slaughter. 18 seconds, Molotov toward the pit. Wrapping around. Bait out some shots for Dupree. But here comes Magisk, and round over. At any point now, Magisk will find 3 of them. Zonic's loving it.
Of course he is. He knows that's a big one because they were forced for that round. Astralis 2-1, but could be a couple more added on, as HellRaisers will have nothing to work with in round number 4. They got absolutely wrecked by Zipex. The initial spray through the smoke, that's a dangerous area of the map. Banana, and then he follows up with an absolute orc nade towards the T-steps. Does about 100 damage between 2 players. And then Magus, like you said, they're already so low. He comes in with the follow-up here. Not the craziest frags, but it certainly builds his confidence up. Just getting a nice little sequence there to close it out. His coach will be very happy and rubbing his shoulders. That's always a lot of fun. As you'll see, 5 Glocks come out and a couple of flashbangs. Objective is try and get that plant down. But Device, he really isn't messing around as he pushes all the way towards T-Abs. Oh my god. This is be a bloodbath. He could get 5 players on his screen if they wait there any longer.
Imagine. All behind.
He
might get caught off on this though. Oh, he's got 1. That's a knife if he wants it, but he wants the kills instead. MP9 looking for an ace with an MP9. Imagine that of all weapons. Does get 3 at the very least. Voxic falls off of it. He's got the kill in return, but as they fall off, look who else is going aggressive. Dupree. Magisk is well already in the window at Boy Alert. They'll take turns firing for the frags. The final one, and Magisk gets both. 2 more for him. Device shaking his head, almost disappointed that he didn't get all 5. Makes us 3-1.
Well, there you go. Normally not the most interesting rounds, but the fact Device gets that on his plate was certainly entertaining. It's round 5, and you can see, like, he could have got a bit further. He doesn't have the intel. There's 4 around the corner, so might as well get that kill. If he got all 5, that would have been so much fun, but not going to happen. But he still gets the AWP and a ton of money as well for those 3 kills. So AWP in hand. He's going to be heading towards middle this time. He doesn't cross over towards middle. He actually goes around quad and then challenges towards the bench. As you can see, the battle continues on this side of the map. Such a key area, and the nades can't be avoided, it seems. Voxic goes down to 16. They've done a little bit of damage there. And Molotov would actually hold them off, to be honest, as Device spots one towards T-steps. Tries to follow it up with a grenade. Actually going to be challenging again here. Brave to do so, but they haven't got an AWP to challenge him, so why not? Still a 5-on-5, just about.
Hobbit cutting out toward the out of position. This is an interesting setup as well. You get Xyp9x and Glaive firing over each other. VP style works for one, works for two. Oh my goodness, Glaive gets a third. Snaps over, Voxic goes down. They double smoke. It's a bit of a miscue on that, but it works. First time we've seen that off-set play work for that many kills. I've seen one work for one or two and then fading off in smoke. So Hobbit finally goes back to get the bomb. Issa, the only other player in it with him, is going to be up toward the apartments, and he's trying to figure anything out if he can at this point in time, but there's no need for Astralis to be aggressive or out of position, shall we say. Forward stance, so it's unlikely that Issa's going to get gifted anything at this point. 36 seconds. Hobbit's not moving. What do you reckon? Full save call from HellRaisers?
Pretty much all they can do at this point. They've been overrun here. And remember, this is Astralis on Inferno. Dust 2, we're thinking, yeah, they might be able to do this. But Inferno, Hobbit just coming to the team a couple of weeks ago. I'm not sure this is where they'll find the success. It was a great first map, but maybe that was just down to Astralis, as Zonic pointed out. Not really feeling their best today. Bit of residual jet lag, perhaps, and just getting warmed up into the series is looking very good for them now as they go 4-1. Issa and Hobbit will indeed to save their weapons. Device just jumping around. Knows he's safe. As the T's will hold on to their AKs, but that means they get no money. Issa and Hobbit with 0. As the loss bonus will get to its maximum point next round. I feel like they'll... Oh, the problem is, with those save 2 AKs, it actually makes things quite complicated now. That's why they'll take the time out, because... Do you force up now when you've got 2 AKs already? Or take the full eco and buy up next when you actually can? I guess they could go CZ armor with the 2 AKs. That would probably be the most logical thing to do. Angel's gone all in. He's gone for Tech 9. All nades, armor as well. So maybe that's the call. They're going to try and make this really work for them. But that setup, we've seen it before from Astralis a couple of times. This time it works amazingly well. It's an off angle, so even if the orb comes in pre-scope in the corner, he's not going to be able to take both of them down, if any. So you can see how that works out. And obviously if the smoke comes down, you're still in position. So
4-1 Astralis.
Oh, this is weird. So Angel invested all his cash. Dead Fox as well. Voxic, obviously the AWPer. PD50 saves a bit more, but they've really put themselves in an awkward spot now to recover. If the bomb doesn't go down here, they could be hamstrung going forward.
Voxic maybe trying to get toward that AWP a little bit later on, but you're right, it's a weird purchase considering that not everyone has the same mentality of holding on to their money. Astralis 4-1. Pimp mentioned earlier that, you know, leaving Dust 2 in and not going to Inferno earlier for Astralis could have been key to the series falling apart, and now we still get there anyway, so...
I guess it is keeping it interesting, you know?
I like interest.
When you get some?
That's why I have Tinder. I don't actually talk to anyone, I just like being matched.
You just want to know that people find you attractive.
It's a release of dopamine. Yeah, that's why I use fake pictures, right?
Not even you.
Not even me, but it just feels good to be liked, you know?
Yeah, fair enough. Can't argue with that. And he's just so good in this pit position. Not many teams can get him out of that, and oh my goodness, Glaive. Absolute beast right now. Look at this toying with him, Matt. As soon as they get that first kill, you think, right, we've got to stop him, and then you're getting attacked in the back, and there's just an absolute devastation here. Voxic left with a P250 armor. They fully invested into this round. They will get 3,400 into the next one. I will say that, but without the bomb plant, that doesn't really help them out too much. It'll be pistols again. I guess Voxic could... Oh, if he saves an AK here, that's not going to happen now. Dupree should take him down, gets another kill. If he saves the AK, that's great, but he won't get the loss bonus then. So he might as well die at this point. Actually have more money than he does now.
Pretty much has to. And I think Astralis are a bit aware of that. Look at the perimeter. Nowhere for him to go, and 13 seconds left. They might try and actually take him down after the time is gone. Oh. Him being aware of it is going to go aggressive. The problem is he gets the kill on Xyp9x so concisely that now there's 4 seconds left, but he's actually running toward... Ooh, good move to go back into the underpass. I was going to say running toward Device. He might still go down here. I don't think he's going to get there in time, Glaive. Oh, just about.
Dicey times. So Voxic has no cash now. He gets an AK, but that doesn't really help them out because they're not buying this round. He really could have done with the extra cash to actually make sure he gets the AWP.
Right, exactly. He was the one that saved for that reason, and now he's the one that doesn't get any money. So it really goes against everything in the last round.
Well, there you go. There will be a partial buy around it. These guys focusing on Tech 9 instead of CZs. Angel and Issa both with the Tech 9 equipped. I know it's coming back into fashion a little bit more now, but I've still yet to see a really compelling reason as to why you would take it over. I haven't seen a crazy sequence of events or a game that's really been swung by a Tech 9 play. Just the odd kill every now and then. It's not the weapon it used to be. It still has its place, so it seems.
Yeah, well, that's kind of what they wanted, right? Everyone to have their place. It's a very inclusive community at Valve. Weapons-wise, at least.
Yes.
as Angel comes back out from the logs position after being the third by nades. Astralis are normally very good in that position with nades. To be fair, Glaive,
there it is.
Removed. Wanted to get the smoke out. That costs him his life, and it is the Tech 9 on cue, it seems, but so too on a platter. Xyp9x has both Dead Fox, Voxic, and now Issa as he switches to the pistol to confirm the final kill. Just going to be one player remaining, and that is the new boy, Hobbit.
Not much he can do with this, I'm afraid. It's going to be 6-1. Hobbit just trying to pick up the AK, but Device just shoots him out before he can grab it. So there we go, 6-1, but maximum loss bonus still ineffective. Voxic can still buy the orb. I'd say at this point he's almost certainly going to buy the AWP. We'll have a look, keep an eye on the bottom right. It's not super viable on the T side of Inferno in terms of having huge amounts of impact, but if Device gets a little bit too aggressive, feels too comfortable, why not? Could be the opening pick they're looking for. Xyp9x, great work here. The fact he stays alive for so long, finishes things off with the pistol as well. Knew he'd done enough damage there just to have a one hit, one kill. There it is, we didn't quite get that final one, but I can assure you it happened. Zonek happy with that. And Voxic orb is out, and looking to see if Device maybe is getting a little bit too carried away. He is, but on the other side of the map, this was a calling card of Device. Every round, different position, difficult to really counter him in that respect. And means you have to expend a lot of utility just in case he does appear. So, towards middle they head. And at this point, they can actually leave Device alone towards the B side of the map, because once he has the orb set up at barrels, means they can have 4 players towards A. Exactly what's going in now, but HellRaisers have actually gone for a quicker approach here. May just have to extinguish those flames. Good grenade in response. Will it do a ton of damage? Not really. And May just goes down to now 0. 3 grenades in towards his position, which he plays pretty much every single round, but Dupree only good for 1. It's up to Xyp9x here, and Glaive goes to the 2-on-1.
Good trades.
It's actually possible for Device here, but the fact he's so far removed from the situation, the bomb's going down, I don't think he stands much of a chance.
Yeah, good trades for HellRaisers this time as they get inside of the site. Device, he wants to take the helm toward Library. That's unsurprising with the AWP. Smoke still down, but that'll soon dissolve, and he'll have a chance. Finds a gap in it as well. Could even push through this, but he's got to be careful as it slowly does fade that he's not gray screening himself. And doing so, good find on Voxic. Second player in the pit peaks, and he's not ready with the Tech 9 to respond to Dead Fox. So it will be HellRaisers picking up yet another round. Only their second.
Absolutely. Well, there we go. That 2-on-1. Just in, like, you might sound on paper, oh, Device 2-on-1. Like, surely he can pull that one off. But this is the context of the situation. The fact they've got crossfires, smoke down a library already. He's got an orb. It's just not looking good at all. It's difficult to get excited about the prospect of that when he doesn't really have anything to work with there. HellRaisers is actually still struggling. Even with 2 players surviving and winning that round, they've got 2 Galils here. The AWP, sure, but they can be reset to absolute hell here. And no pun intended there, Matt. But it's true.
They could be the Hell Sinkers.
They could be.
That one was a pun intended, and it was awful.
It wasn't the best, but not the worst. And that's always what we aim for, as long as it's not the worst.
Dupree removed completely by Issa. Got the angle on him instead. Now Device falls back inside of the pits. Playing far more passive as a result of losing that position at quad, but passive will still work to find Voxic, it seems. Gets the shot out from the hole in the wall. Hobbit gets the response getting up over top of the farmer's cart, but Majestic on his backside gives him a spanking and sends him to his room. It's going to now be Glaive inside of Moto, tagged up. He's on 35. Gets a kill, gets taken down. We're staying level. The trades are there again from HellRaisers.
Yeah, this is a bit more viable, though, for the retake. As you can see, the incendiary spot on. Issa has to reposition it. Takes quite a lot of damage. Oh, my goodness! Xyp9x, that was disgusting.
I need to see that.
If he did a straight-up spray transfer there, that's just like godlike levels.
From that range, that would be insane. I have a feeling he paused momentarily, but that's still pretty ridiculous.
If that was a sequence where he didn't stop firing, oh my god, that was just so destructive. The fact they get a bomb down, something, but HellRaisers have been reset. They can't really do much more than CZ's, probably no armor. So let's have a look. So here's Xyp9x.
Fires one, second guy walks.
It was just crisp tapping.
But it's also like through smoke, you could barely see. Just knew that Molotov was there. If he's going to go anywhere, he's going to run out.
Well, there you go.
These guys, they telepathically communicate. I know what your Molotov, I see what you're putting down. I'm picking it up. He's just brilliant. He's one step ahead, Xyp9x. It seems Dupree, he's many steps ahead of mid. Down toward the bench, in fact, gets Angel and Voxic. Chowdis is sneaking in, and he goes down. Dupree turning around. Oh, nearly gets it, but looks away. It would have been a pretty swift ace to be standing in mid, dancing like that. But he does look away. It expires as a result of it with 4 kills, but Device will close it out. It's still going to be the double D and Hobbit falling.
There we have it. Oh.
He didn't get the ace. That's why he did that.
I see.
It wasn't actually just a Wookiee impression.
Wasn't a very good one.
Can you do yours?
My voice is very sore right now.
You're excused.
Like this, over the weekend, I was crawling through dirt, water, and all sorts of things. I got quite ill, so I'm not going to try and risk anything. But maybe later in the week. That's Dupree getting it done, shutting it down. And I think we do have a buy here for HellRaisers, but 2 players at 3,600.
Having some fun with it.
Oh, they are buying. Tech 9 for Angel. 2 AKs out. Voxic will go without a helmets. He gets AK and just Kevlar. Bit of an issue against the M4s, really makes him super vulnerable. Tech 9, 4 AKs. Huge advantage for Astralis here, especially in the utility game. HG's at the start, of course, as per tradition, and we do have 3 CTs ready to challenge.
Molotov goes down top side of Banana. Zipix waiting it out. Will stand on top of the sandbags. Actually lock Dead Fox in. Angel okay, he's gotten away from it. I was going to say burning. It doesn't even matter. Zipix goes around and kills him off. Dead Fox dies to the nade as well. Zipix using utility and weapons to kill off everyone inside of Banana. They now control that portion of the map. And Voxic will hold mid.
That's weird.
Yeah, you don't even need to do that.
Yeah,
you can just drop down, but he just gets to the stairwell faster by doing it.
There you go. So again, Device, as you can see, posted up a Banana for his second frag. Not going to happen though. He takes a bit of damage there. It's a 5-on-2 now. You can see on Inferno, HellRaisers seem out of their depth at this point. Smoke is just absolutely spot on. You cannot go B anymore. That's just not an option. You have to wait another 15 seconds. There'll be no time left. Have to go back towards middle and try your luck there in a 5-on-2. But that, they might even consider saving here.
Yeah, can't even really counter smoke that off. You could flash it maybe, but really, what's the risk? What's the point when there's 2 going to be there?
Just a no-go, you know, you're just walking to certain death. Might as well save the AKs, I guess. You are not going to be buying up really next round at all. You're going to get $2,400 per player. Might as well have a couple of AKs to go with it, I guess. They went no cash, though, Hobbit and Voxic. They have got a smoke and a couple of flashes if their teammates were to force buy, which I do not recommend. They could have a smoke with spawn at least at the B side of the map. We'll see if that's how it's going. But right now, basically, I'm trying to find any sort of positive signs for HellRaisers when there really aren't any. They've got 2 rounds to their name, one of which is the pistol round victory. And since then, they've just been blown out of the water, sent right back to hell.
Nice. That was a little better. Was a bit better? That was a bit better? Yeah, I like it. I like it. My favorite puns, I think, this year are from Will Buxton.
Okay.
And he's talking about the Haas team all the time. A catastrophe.
I don't know. Is that
it's a Formula 1.
Okay, right.
Don't worry about it. You're supposed to know these things, Henry.
I should do.
Why our relationship is failing.
Haas is like not on my radar at all.
It's fine. They're.
I used to watch F1 when I was like, maybe my friends were into it when I was like 15. I knew a bit then, but I have not kept up since.
It's fine. I take offense to it, but we'll be okay.
Like, it's up to you to educate me, really.
Is it?
Yeah.
Wow. All right. Next season, I'll wake you up in the ungodly hours of the night to watch the races with me.
The Asian Grand Prix is kicking off. Let's go. All right.
The Asian Grand Prix.
Whatever it's called, you know.
You got China, you got Japan. You used to have Malaysia.
Japanese one.
All right. That's fair.
I want to go. Let's go there. Buy tickets. Well.
There's also going to be a Vietnam Grand Prix soon.
Okay. Sounds
Buy tickets. You want to go there now.
Yeah,
so originally it was going to be a hotel.
I want to go for the whole experience.
Okay.
With beer hats.
Yeah, I'm down.
Beach chairs.
You know my massive camera bag?
Yes.
We're going on a bit of a tangent. It's ridiculously large. It looks like a Deliveroo bag, for those of you who don't know. I took all the camera gear out of it when I went to the Montreal Grand Prix last time and just filled it with like 32 beer.
That's the way to do it.
It was pretty sick.
Can't go wrong.
No, it was pretty epic.
Wow.
It's 3 of us.
This can go wrong for HellRaisers, though, because they have force sport. This is like, for me, at this point at least, this is purely my opinion. They don't win this round, like this ain't happening for them. This is going to be a blowout. They won't get much more than 3 rounds, maybe. So they've taken a huge risk. 2 AKs, 3 pistols, and they've got a bit of utility. But the way Astralis are playing right now, and how solid they look with their rotations and opening kills, I just don't think there's much of a chance with 2 AKs to do it. But Hobbit and Voxic, the 2 strongest fraggers, arguably, on the team. Let's see what they can do.
Glaive ready, top banana. Voxic hoping to be flashed around the corner, perhaps. He's even telling a teammate, please, let's stand here. Let me boost. Couldn't find the shot. Thanks for standing there. For the 1 second that I needed you.
Look how brutal that
38 seconds is. They've got a smoke down already.
Again, funnel back towards A. They can't do anything with it.
And there's 10 players alive, 32 seconds. It seemed like the first bit of that round, although we were going off on a tangent, nothing was really accomplished during that time. So now, as you're right, they're forced back over toward A. You've already got a cheating rotation, as I call it, where Xyp9x is kind of halfway there. He's on Speedway, aptly named, so he can get quickly from either site. And then Device, aware that they're now on A, is going to call for that. They're one step ahead, but just straightforward, spraying in. Device hits the last shot as well.
How does he get 3? He plays the same position every round. No one seems to be able to get him out of there, though. It's unbelievable.
Yeah, he's really figured out how to be defensive there. The Smokey's so ready to throw it every time they Molotov. Maybe it's nade stack?
Well, the thing is that people Molotov him out, he just smokes every time. But yes, they killed him earlier. The only round they got, remember, they threw 3 grenades in that position and killed him. That was the only round they've got since the pistol when they did that. So yes, you can do that, but you're very vulnerable with 3 grenades out to get in that position.
If anyone peeks during that time, you're going to have problems.
And the fact you to save 3 HEs just for that play doesn't really seem viable. But there it is. Like I said, if HellRaisers didn't pick that round up, or at least get a bomb plant down, I just don't see this half doing anything for them. Won the pistol, won a single scrappy round since then, and now Xyp9x and co just going to town on them as they get the first bit with banana control. Smoker T steps, and what are you going to do? Sit back and wait, I'm afraid.
Glaive gets toward the tree, but gets tagged up and spotted in the process, so now needs a little bit of support from Xyp9x. Maybe he doesn't. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe I've lied to you. I'm extremely sorry for being misleading.
Well, there it is. Now he needs a bit of help. It was just a matter of time. And Xyp9x will provide it. So there you go. It's all fine in the end. 4 survive for Astralis. Doesn't really matter at this point. They've got 2 players at 16k. Basically 3 with Device on 14. As we get into round number 14 here, it's not the crescendo I was looking for, this best of 3. I was looking for another hard-hitting game, close scoreline, amazing clutches. We were treated to that. The second map especially was unbelievably good. Dust 2 was a lot of fun to watch. This one, although you have to appreciate the finesse of Astralis and how good they are in Inferno, you would expect it a bit more from HellRaisers here. But if they can get the 11-4, not all is lost. We'll see what they can do.
He just got down around the Molotov already. Oh, gets absolutely removed, though, by Voxic. And he's not done there. He's going to push back up. Flash over, not quite. He just wants to take a straight fight. Device hit his teammate through the wall. Glaive's got 2 more.
That's insane. Okay, it's all gone wrong. They got the first pick, and all of a sudden it's a 4-on-1 against them.
And the bomb at the bottom of the stairs. No one looking down mid as of yet. It looked like Device was going to take that stance, but Angel will be sitting considering, what the hell do I have to do to win on this half? It's going to be 12-2. Goes back for the bomb. Does consider that Device could be in that position. Flash over. He wants to peek it. Angel seemed ready and poised with that crosshair placement on the AK. Not an easy thing to do, but the longer he takes to fire this shot, 56 seconds, the more they'll push down both alt mid and banana. And here comes dupreeh. Oh, he's going to knife too. He's let his teammate die. And now Angel starts to move away. dupreeh, he should have taken the shot when he had it. Look, they're even trying to bait him. They're even like, come on, man, hurry up. Oh, he's figured it out.
Dear.
He's figured it out. It was like Valen's in the show match that time that I killed him. That one thing I did.
That's what I was
Angel,
thinking. He's
actually got a chance at this, you know. He's got a one-on-one inside of B. If he'd taken down Xyp9x, he could have easily gotten the bomb down. I think they were a little bit too
Sonic's
zealous
not happy
on that
about
one.
it. He's like, all right, boys, you had your fun now. That is it.
Get it over with. Stay disciplined here, boys.
Yeah, I don't care if you're having a good time. That's not what it's about. We're here to lift trophies and get $1 million. Let's stop messing around. That's what I'd be saying at least, man. In a light-hearted sort of way, I say, right, that's it. That's the end now.
Yep, this is it. He figured it out. dupreeh was behind because why would the player at the top of middle not take the fight?
Hello.
Ooh. Issa's not happy at all. Or Voxic, excuse me. Issa, I'm confusing the two of them. Yeah, it is Issa. I know Voxic. I had a great storytelling time with him in the cab in Malta. It's actually a good story. I'll tell you later. You should get him to tell you, actually.
Okay.
It's a great story.
I fist bump him every time I see him. I don't know him that well, but
he's a cool guy.
I'll ask him. Wow. round 15, and a fast play, why not? Nothing's worked so far for HellRaisers. Just going to get stuck in here. They lose another frag, but still a 4-on-4. They've got presence towards Arch, and a kill as well. There we go. It seems like they just had to throw caution to the wind.
What's the key again, though? Magisk was down, right? They could actually open up the site. They had the confidence to do so, knowing that he wasn't going to dismantle them entirely, and Issa closes it out. So 12-3 is the final score. Issa still doesn't look super pleased. Looks very stressed, if I were to say anything. Even Angel's looking over at him, wondering if we can fix that. 12-3 seems to be a score that oftentimes can be fixed. Certainly in the old meta and the old money, but an incredible half from Astralis, and a best of 3 that might be going their way inevitably at this point. We'll see if there's a response. Coming up next, don't forget, it's Liquid and Big.
That is going to be a hell of a game as well. That could go the full distance. Also, we will see. I don't think this one will be Astralis with 12-3 lead. They're actually arguably better on their T side sometimes. Unbelievably good. We'll see the buys come through. You can see the highlights of mainly Magisk, Frags, and Pip. Here the scores as Device and Zipex at the top there with 14 and 15 kills respectively. It's Device with 97 ADR though. See Issa, you can see why he's frustrated. When you got Issa and Voxic down there with 9 frags between them, this has not gone well for you. Those are your 2 star players. You need them firing all cylinders, hitting the shots and getting you entries, and they've got nothing from it. The AWP wasn't really present, and that's understandable on the T side of Inferno, but still, if you're the star player, you need to deliver against teams like Astralis, like they did in the first map on Mirage. It looked excellent. Still some smiling faces, though. They're not going to be eliminated from the tournament, just to note. So, not a huge deal. They kind of come into this expecting to be Astralis in the best of 3, to be fair. The fact they took a map and gave a run for their money on the second is already excellent. Shame it didn't really go that well on the third, but still a very small chance there. They'll play their hearts out, see what they can do. 4 sets of armor, Dead Fox with the kits and a couple of flashes. And there is an HE for Glaive, so they might be experimenting towards B as well. There's a bit of CT presence there as Device opens things up. That's Voxic taken down by the PT50. They just guarantee the frag at that point. Angel trying to get it back, but not going to happen. He gets dropped. And at this point, Astralis don't have to commit. They can wait to get all 5 players here, but they will go in one by one. There's no trade straight away. Dead Fox is a brave play. Maybe a stupid one, I would say, at that point, because nothing could be done. His teammate couldn't join him, and that's going to be the round. Hobbit, at this point.
1 HP.
Yeah, Device should finish him out.
Well, headshot's possible. I thought he was going to get it there when he slid underneath.
They tried to flash over and get the response in, but unfortunately, going 1 by 1 wasn't ever really going to work out for them. Oh well, 13-3, and presumably the force buy coming in.
Jonta sat at this point in time. Not looking so elated with the results of this particular map after the course the series was on. As you said, we were treated to some excellent games in the first 2. Very back and forth affairs, lots of fragging potential, and certainly lots of exchanges that were awkward but exciting. Now we find ourselves with anything but.
Force buy has to be, really. They need something to go in their favor. There's the first kill. It's a start. It will cost them 95 HP on Hobbits, and there's another kill here, presumably. There it is. It will be Dupree to go down. Good positioning from that 5-7. This up does damage to a third as well, but couldn't quite get the kill. 13-3. Astralis win this. That's pretty much GG. But 4-on-3 now. It's going to take some work, and they've only got 1 rifle to do it with.
Rotate back around to the quad side. Zipic's still up in Graveyard. Could catch off Angel. This is a good position for, great position for him to be in that far inside of the site at that point in the round, but the fact that Voxic retook top middle, wrapped around behind him was a problem because he never would have expected it. Take it out as a result. Looked like everything was going to be so good on that positioning, but smoke down again in front of Banana for Glaive to deal with. That's a problem, but he throws one out towards CT at the same time, meaning he's also, when theirs dissolves, won't have any left over to reposition that. As such, they'd have vision in a crossfire. That's all too easy. 37 seconds, and bomb to be picked up once more. Did they go back looking potentially for utility? Either way, they are going to head toward B.
Do what they can. This is the lifeline for HellRaisers. 20 seconds remaining. Chances of Astralis pulling this one back are reducing by the second. They have not got a smoke to actually get across to the site. That might not be a huge deal here. We'll see. Glaive does make it across. 9 seconds to even plant here. That's not going to happen. They haven't checked the position. And it will be Dead Fox to strike and confirm the round. Might even get both kills here. As he knows they can't plant anymore, he can now safely peek. Takes down Magisk as well. So, some life in the HellRaisers yet. 13-4. And presumably Astralis would eco here. We'll see, though. Don't have to force buy, but they could if they really wanted to go for the Deagle armor.
I'd like to see them go for the save on it. stay disciplined, show that they mean business. No more fooling around, as Zonic was very clear on that. Okay, they are going to go for a bit more of an aggressive purchase than I perhaps would have anticipated. So it will be deagles, it will be armor to go along with it, but only in 3 of 5 cases. One case to Breeze does not have armor, and in one case for Zipix, he doesn't either, but he has a CZ. And he's the one that leads the charge, gets toward the apartment entry at this point. Great damage early on as well against Voxic, so he's got to be careful retreating. That's the shot exactly that would have cost him. With that low HP, Zipix is able to line that up, anticipate he was rotating back toward Library, and gets the kill. Comes at a fairly free cost, as well as Dupree's damage came from the initial exchange. Ooh, Device takes out Hobbit and tried to deploy a smoke, and now Dupree's at the wall. It's happening.
Yep, well, they didn't even force into this. It's just a bit of a partial buy, and the deagle shots land. We always talk about Dupree and his deagle, always going to be deadly. And it will be 14-4. Nothing they can do about this. It's a disappointing finish there for HellRaisers. And they're going to try and hold on to the AK and the FAMAS. That's if it's possible. You can see the other players encroaching on their position now, even more so. Is left, he's at the graveyard/pit. That's going to be quite obvious at this point. It's one of the most common save points on this map. Grenades coming in. Issa can only really try and hold on to the weapon at this stage. If they remove it from his hands, great. They are going to really push the issue in that respect, and it will be Glaive to get the final kill there. The wallbang of the deagle, and they take all of them down, and that is quite the harsh reset. Should be 15-4 here. They're going to have to force buy again. MP9s, UMPs, deagles. Dead Fox looking poised still. They've got a lot of work to do in this particular round, but it's always possible. Here's Zipex. Oh god, the low HP Voxic didn't stand a chance.
Yeah, poor Hobbit. I almost want to think that I think I'm overreading it. It looked like his own nade kind of slowed him down, but I think it's because he was tagged as he deployed the nade, but it looked like he blocked himself in a weird way. I don't think it's possible. Illusion to the eye, at least. Nonetheless, good start. Device, Magisk, they each find kills. Angel got one back against Dupree on the SMG, but he got removed immediately thereafter. Voxic's not really been in the equation, but he will now as he tries to peek out from the half wall. Smoke down, small gap in it. Extinguishes the flames immediately, leaves a smaller gap this time. Can't quite go for the same one way as previously available.
Well, Angel,
this could catch them off.
It's going to have to be a hell of a play here, and not one that's going to be realized. So they'll know where Voxic is at least, and they're just going to book it towards the A site, and that's going to have, or leave 2 CTs towards the other side of the map. No chance here, but to save an MP9 and an AK, I would say, I guess you might as well go for it at this point. It's going to be series point for Astralis, and you need 11 rounds in a row. Are they just going to straight up save and see what they can do? I'm not so sure. It looks like, well, Voxic and T-Spawn is a player of the MP9 trying to farm some cash. If he gets a couple of kills, that would be something at least. He holds up, waiting for Astralis to retreat.
So, series point for Astralis achieved. Means that they can wrap this up. They'll, if I'm not mistaken, have a day off as well. HellRaisers will play again in a decider matchup. Magisk goes out through the apartments. That is where the SMG was, so we'll see if it can find anything. He seems to be comfortable on the 570. Spotted. Magisk, though, by the bomb, was tagged low enough that even with that information, you could see his hesitation got taken down. But it may not matter because there's not going to be a lot of guns for HellRaisers, and as we said, Astralis now on map point.
Map points and money broken. HellRaisers really don't stand much of a chance here. We will see what they can do. A mixture of pistols, SMGs, a couple of rifles in the form of a FAMAS and an AK-47. That's in the hands of Voxic, and he's on 7 and 13. Issa is 7 and 15. Those are the 2 star players, absolutely non-existent on Inferno. And credit to Astralis there, they shut down that potential as Voxic tries to find the first, continues to struggle as he goes down initially here. It looks like we might be done. As it goes 5 on 4, good grenade. Hobbit, you look like you're about to be punished at this point as well. And that should be it. I'm not sure there's much chance of even a kill at this point. 5 on 2 map. Take us home.
Device with one more. That puts it down to Angel. So we are certainly done at this point. He tries to swing back through the A-site bomb. It's going to go over toward B. They've already pushed all the way in. Device at CT, closing down the map slowly. And Dupree waiting for the chance to just punish the final kill. He would love that chance. He's going to get it on the AK-47. Astralis showing off masterclass